You are about to watch Poppa Grizz56's live stream. Please wait while we get this live stream ready. Thank you for your patience. Poppa Grizz56 is now ready to live stream. The live stream will begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, 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 Poppa Grizz56 here. How you doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Hope y'all having a wonderful afternoon. It is 81 degrees, feel like 81, sunny out. No wind whatsoever here in beautiful Midwestern Ohio. Yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I sit here in Ohio. Last night, tragedy happened down in the Oregon District, down in Dayton, Ohio, just about 35 miles from here. Mass shooting. 10 dead, that's including gunmen. Police down there, I guess down the Oregon District on Friday, Saturday nights, there's a lot of bars down there, okay? A lot of shops during the day, it's crowded from what I hear. Nighttime's the same way because, like I said, there's a lot of bars and they have music down there and different venues down there, and I guess cops, within a minute, the gunman was dead from the time he opened fire. So, you know, Dayton police, you gotta applaud them for being on the scene and shutting it down so quick. That's all that's on up here. Our news stations are from Dayton, and all day long, all morning long, that's all that they've had on was about the shooting. 20, I think, was 19 or 20 was injured. That's ones that they've taken by ambulance. They said maybe some people drove themselves or had somebody else drive them, and yeah. So within 2 days, two massive shootings. Prayers go out to all their families. Yeah. The guy who did it in Dayton, they said has mental problems. Well, mental problem people ain't supposed to own weapons, especially AK-47s. Earlier they said it was an AK-47, the one in, where was it, El Paso? Was an AK-47, so yeah. But, you know, the government got to do something. It ain't going to be taking away the guns because, you know, criminals could still get them. Who knows? It's less than 1% way less than 1% of guns are being used in crimes. And of course, they try to make everything as hate crimes, like the one in El Paso, you know, a hate crime because they're, you know, right over the border from Juarez, Mexico. Well, if that's the case, this guy, we're like an hour or so away from Canada. He didn't like Canadians. No, you can't say that. We're all the same. We're, you know. And then I see him on TV there, you know, I'm checking MSNBC and all those, and they say, you know, you got these people of color on there talking, it's white supremacists, like, you know, kind of attitude. Not, well, before Donald Trump, 8 years we had a black president. He did shit, not even for his own state of Illinois, where Chicago has one of the highest crime rates in America. He didn't do shit to even help his own people. don't, it's just something people sick in the head that do this. They're either out for, figure I'm going to take a bunch of people out and commit suicide and get shot, or they've lost their marbles. Yeah, I admit some are hate crimes. But, first thing Reverend Sharpton said, it probably was a hate crime. Well, that guy is a big bigot anyway, so that's why I think of Reverend Sharpton. Hello, my OpsNet. Hello, Brian. How are you guys doing this fine Sunday? Store-bought teeth. Hope y'all made it to church, paid your dues to get into heaven. I guess Dayton's was the 250th shooting this year. That's a drop in the bucket compared to how many guns are out there, how many people are in the United States, So feel blessed and lucky about that there ain't more crazy people. But like I said, this guy in Dayton, he had mental issues, and he shouldn't even own a gun, let alone a high-powered weapon like an AK-47. Maybe it's one of those, Dayton, I'm close to Dayton, 35 miles away. Thank you, Jeepers. I hope you reported that one. Shit like that should be reported. Hello, cute kitty kitty. Kitty kitty kitty. Morning, Jeepers. Well, afternoon. It is 1:18 here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you're off work, can spend some time with your son and all. Once again, the trolls twisted what I was saying last night. But that's okay. People who know me know I'm not into pedophilia. Those people should be locked up forever. Okay, psycho ward or something. What I was talking about, people deserve second chances. You get charged with robbery, murder, whatever. If you do get out of prison, yeah, you did your time. Hey, that's the way our law here in the United States is based. If you do your time, you're allowed a second chance when you get out of prison. So don't go saying I'm all for pedophilia and all. No, I'm not. Those people should be in mental hospital getting help. Once again, Tro, ding dong, you're wrong. We were talking about murderers and shit, and yeah, what I gotta do. Okay, a new subject. We're off pedophilia, now we're gonna talk about murderers. Or thieves, or, carjackers, or whatever. Any crime involving young kids. I know, like I was saying, the one dude, his girlfriend was only a few months younger than him. He just turned 18, 2 days into being 18, and he got charged with something to a minor. Well, it was his girlfriend for one. It ain't like he was out raping somebody, or he's over there, a little girl who wanted a piece of candy, and doing shit to her. It was a girl he was dating when he was underage. And he just turned 18, 2 days into being 18 and charged with it. And his girlfriend would have been turning 18 with it less than a year. I think it was like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, the parents of the girl thought, oh, he's 18. I never did like him. I'm going to get his ass in trouble. But yet, like I said, some of the haters group, a guy was on the run for basically the same shit, but he was doing it in a different way. It wasn't his girlfriend or nothing, and they were hiding him out, helping to hide him. So, yeah. You know, trolls could say what they want. They're full of shit. Watch my video. That's not what I meant. People do crimes against kids, sexual crimes against kids should be locked up. In my book, key thrown away, but I think they need mental help. Hello, Dave 25. Never did get that package. Mama checked yesterday. Still haven't gotten it. Tell Cowpup make sure he has the address right. It is a tragedy. How can I not? It's on all the stations from down here, and that's all they've been talking about. It's same shit. You know, once you report it a couple times, put back on the regular programming. Okay. Maybe we'll have a driveway burning. Yeah, I still got the Pikachu. Maybe Pikachu's gonna have another barbecue. Yeah, I had my one niece put that her daughter was half mile away from it. Oh my goodness. Well, half mile is good distance. You know, even though my girls will be 18, have their own car and all, they're not going to be living in my house. They're not going to be running the roads 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, that shit ain't going to fly with me. No, not even schools. I know. I mean, like Great Britain and France and all them, they have major gun laws over there, okay? Which is nice, but how are the people being killed over there? Bombs, household products. You can make a bomb out of household and garage products, fertilizer and all. So yeah, they got strict gun laws. People ain't being shot over there. They're being stabbed and blown up. So don't condemn the United States just because we have guns. That's like the shooter there in Dayton. They said within a minute he was dead. Police shot him. I guess down there at the Oregon district, when they have Friday and Saturday nights, they had you know, a lot of police down there, and one shot him. I mean, prayers and all go out to the families of the victims and people down there, because a lot of people, that's going to traumatize them. And you know, 40 years ago, I started being leery of, you know, malls and stuff. I'm always, when I'm like at the fair, I'm looking around, you know, not looking at the sites, but who's by me, because back of my mind, I know shit like that can happen. And I've always known it. Ever since I was in my 20s. It's a sad thing. 2 massive shooting in 2 days. Damn. You know, like I said earlier, it's like 1% of guns are way less than one. I mean, 1/100th of or 1/1000th of 1%. The guns are being used wrongly. Those are assholes. You look at all the guns in America that citizens owns. it ain't even 1% that are being used illegally. So get off the thing about guns. Ronald Reagan allowed people to buy automatic weapons back in the 80s. I forget which year it was, but I remember it was in the 80s, early 80s. He allowed people to buy automatic weapons. Big FUBA, because it seems like that's the ones they're using. The case yesterday and the case early this morning were both AK-47. Those should not be sold to the public. They ain't used for target practice, and well, some people might use them for it. Gun enthusiasts, you know, people who collect guns and shit. Yeah, it ain't like the guy went with shotgun or a 38 special. It's these high-powered weapons, and those are the ones that they should outlaw. Those are military weapons. Those I do think should be banned to the U.S. citizens. Criminals will still be able to get them. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's true. I've told a story about I bought back in the 70s when all that shit was outlawed. I bought 3 hand grenades. U.S. military grade hand grenades. I took them out in the woods, put one around a tree, see what it would do, and had a long string, pulled the pin, and ran like hell and got behind this big old damn oak tree. Here's the thing, if you ban all guns, the criminals can still be, you know, still get guns. Because, you know, bad people, they got guns hid. Places where the police and the government can't find them. And they could bring them out on occasion to do crimes. But that leaves the whole rest of the United States defenseless. How many times have you heard about somebody breaking into a house and the intruder got shot? Good thing. I mean, I hate to see anybody get shot or killed, even a bad person, but that's a good thing. Now, if they didn't own a gun, you took away their gun, who knows? They might end up dead. You know, 2-3 people charging an old person's home, you know, beat the shit out of the old person, kill them, whatever. You know, they don't even need a gun. You got 3 or 4 teenagers breaking in, you know, an old person's house, unless they're a, you know, great shape, they're probably going to lose their life. I would rather see the criminal getting shot than homeowners are hurt. So take away all guns ain't gonna solve the problem. I have no idea. I've been racking my mind thinking. I've always thought about this ways. You know, and it's too late now. Reagan allowed people to own automatic weapons. Somebody probably has them stockpile and selling them under black market or something, you know, unregistered. But once you release the gates, it's hard to get the cattle back in the fence. I mean, my brother and some friends used to sit around at lunchtime, talk about this shit, and, you know, we said back in, once they release them, people's going to be using them for crime, shooting up, you know, people, and sure enough, I mean, it's taken, what, almost 30 years, but it's happening. Yeah, it's the asshole behind the gun. It ain't the gun. The gun does damage, yes, but it's an asshole behind the damn gun pulling the trigger. And how you gonna get all the assholes off the street, I don't know. Right, a gun is a tool. Very good, my upset. Yes, it takes somebody to put the bullet in, it takes somebody to pull the trigger. But like the guy down in Dayton, they said he had mental issues. Well, he shouldn't own a gun, let alone a high power weapon like that. I understand about narcotics because they are illegal, but as far as tobacco, tobacco's still legal. That's asinine. Okay, I hire in, I'm a non-smoker and I decide to take up smoke. What are they gonna do? Fire me? Yeah, that's asinine. Well, I know for a fact a lot of the police stations and fire departments here in Ohio, if you're a smoker, vapor, whatever, they won't hire you. Here you go. Here's the thing. If you do alcohol, because when you are drunk, you do crazy things. Oh, nicotine or tobacco, okay. That ain't illegal, so that would not stand up in the damn Supreme Court. I'm sorry. Tobacco is legal, you know. That's like saying people who eat bread wouldn't be hired. Well, it's legal to eat bread, just like it's legal to smoke. I can still understand if you're on drugs or something, not hiring you. I wouldn't. But a smoker that infringes on your constitutional right, no, it doesn't say, you have to. This is supposed to be a free country. If you want to ruin your health by smoking, that's your choice. As long as it's legal in the government, I'm sorry. I mean, they used to say you eat what are they called? Poppy seeds. Danish with poppy seeds. You register as having drugs in your system. Well, when I got laid off in '83, when I went back, I got poppy seed rolls and this here. Anything with poppy seeds. I had some poppy seeds I used for baking poppy seed rolls. I was eating raw poppy seeds rolls. I was eating the poppy seeds, which are moist and you can swallow them. And I must have had the big poppy seed rolls like that. I ate like 2-3 of them within 24 hours. Went and had my blood checked for drugs and all. Nothing showed up. Oh, when you signed it, you probably weren't a smoker, so they can't do that. They can raise the rate a little, but they cannot take away your insurance. Smokers' life insurance are a little bit more. But they cannot refuse you life insurance if you're a smoker because it is not illegal. Now, narcotics, they can. You know, in my eyes, alcohol is a narcotic. It fucks with your mind, it fucks with your body. Oh my God, he smoked 3 packs a day and he shot up the place. You know, no, you don't hear that shit. Oh, he was drunk and he shot up the place. That you hear of. You know, they want to put limits on how many bullets you could buy. You could buy the required amount, the maximum amount, every month or every year, whatever. Save them up and then go on a killing spree. You know, that shit like that is stupid. If I go to a gun range, I mean, I've been known to do like 3-4 boxes of shells at a time. Wow. The Rock announcing his retirement. I thought The Rock had been retired. Yeah, driving while smoking charge, right. Now, maybe if the amber falls off in your lap and you're jumping around and reckless driving, yeah. But they just say reckless driving. They don't say driving while under the influence of tobacco. Oh, sister, okay. Yeah, it's only about 35 miles or so from here. I think more should be done about drunk driving because more people are killed by drunk drivers than by, guns. I might be wrong there, but yeah, I'm always hearing about a drunk driver driving the wrong way, killing a family of 5, and shit like that. There you go. God dang alcoholic Scott. Hey, Brian, Poppa Top. I know you meant soda. But they're not doing nothing to curb drunk driving. Or Jojo the Clown, he got drunk and shot up his neighborhood. Which there's cases of people being drunk and then shooting people. They normally wouldn't do it, but since they're drunk, they did it. Poppa Top again. Yeah, okay. But whenever there's shootings, big headline news, they should do the same about drunk drivers. That you can control. Everybody over the age of 8 or 21 now is drinking here in Ohio. They just changed it. All beverages, even beers, 21. Used to be beer you could get at 18. Once you turn 21, give them a card where you can only buy so much booze at a time. You have to take the card to the store when you buy it, and they punch it or something. Once you receive the required amount of punches in it, you can't buy no more for the month or whatever. Or week. But see, you never heard of anybody getting arrested for weed as a high on weed, and very rarely, very far. It's like almost like our tobacco. Most people do weed, they sit at home and do it. And that's another thing that should be regulated. With a damn card, you get punched. Only so much weed per person per week or whatever. As far as guns, I mean, they already got a limit on how much ammunition you could buy at one time, or, within a month, 6 months period or whatever. Yeah, at the gun ranges, you can buy as much as you want. Well, who's to say you don't shoot it all up? You keep buying it, put it in your bag, and take it home with you. And that's true. Alcohol they have. Marijuana ain't a drug, it's an herb. How you doing today, Allison and MER? Welcome. Yeah, if they are, but nine times out of 10, from what I have seen, and I've lived a long time, most people who smoke, and all they want to do is get something to eat and go to bed. Weed mellows you out, right? It does make some people paranoid. I know the first few times I smoked weed, I kept checking the stove, make sure it's off, kept checking the doors, make sure they were locked. Yeah, but after a while, I quit doing that shit. Well, that's why you got the damn weed card or drug card or whatever to get it for your medical purposes. But most people, like I said, doing weed, they're not out, once they start smoking, more or less they just want to go to bed. It mellows you out. It does make you tired. It's prescribed for people to go to sleep, who have insomnia and shit. Let's get to the point and roll another joint. There you go, George. Yes, anything used, in excess of and whatever is wrong. Chronic pain. I wish I had some this morning. I had to take a pain pill, and I had to put the heating pad on my back because my alarm went off at 8, and it was a good 15-20 minutes before I could even roll over and turn the damn thing off. Oh wow, I did not hear that. Yeah, I had a niece, a second niece. Well, her mom's my niece, so I don't know what that makes her. She's still my niece. She's about a half mile away from the shooting. But I say an 18-year-old girl should not be out at 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm sorry. That's still too young. It ain't, half of them don't even work. They just make you sick. Yeah, my pain pills are, what are they? Oxy something. It ain't Oxycontin, but it's an oxy. It is an opium or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, and I take them only when I can't bear the pain no more. Like I took one today. Supposed to take them every 4 hours, but that's it. And when I left the rehab, they gave me like 30 of them. I still got well over half of them left, and it's been almost 2 months. Tylenol 3 has codeine in it. Small amount, but yeah, Tylenol 3 don't do shit to me. I remember when I had my arthroscopic surgery. Wow. That is sad. Anybody dying is sad. I mean, come on. Dave? I don't see Dave. That might be why I'm breaking out. And her boyfriend. Wow. Maybe those are the two he was going after, but he thought, well, I'm going to die anyways. Might as well get some more. I don't know. I don't know how these crazies think. That is very sad. That could be why I was breaking out and peeling so bad because of that. Because they was giving me one every 4 hours in the hospital or the rehab. I've been peeling all over, like I've been severely sunburned. I mean, I haven't taken one in over a week. I take one, the pain goes away, my back loosens up, and I don't need no more. I don't need one every 4 hours. Could be the shit that's making me dizzy. I never got dizzy, you know, well, getting out of bed, you know, from laying down to sitting up. Now every time I do, my head spins and I have to wait a minute or so for it to quit. And I never had that problem before. Now in the past 10, 15 years looking up, if I look up too long, my head starts to spin. But that's because of my weight and everything else. That's what the doctor said. But now every time I get out of bed or I turn my head real quick, my head spins. But this Wednesday, I'm going to have the wife call my regular family doctor and set up an appointment with him, get my blood sugar checked out and all that. And I also want an appointment to see a back specialist. Because this pain, sometimes it's so, oh my God. Like I said, it took me like 10, 15 minutes to roll over, just turn off the clock. Because each time I move, I mean, pain shot up from my lower back to my head and down my legs, and yeah, it was awful this morning. One of the worst cases I've had. So in my eyes, it's looking like it's getting worse rather than any better. Even with them moving around and walking, they said, oh, that's the best thing for it. Well, if you have bone hitting bone with a pinched nerve, I don't see how it's going to get any better, you walking around. Yeah. I used to get it every once in a while, a sciatic they was saying it was a sciatic nerve pinch, and it used to loosen up, but now it's constant. I mean, I sit up, for a while, and the pain subsides, goes down, but there's still a little bit of pain, especially when I mean, that's a lot of my problem walking. When I'm walking, it hits, and after a while, and it's so damn bad, and the more I walk, the worse it gets. I mean, if they could do microscopic surgery and fix the problem, fine, but they're not cutting me wide open and fucking around a lot in my back. They wanted me to have back surgery, 5 years ago, and back then it was every now and then it happened. I said no, maybe I should have had it done. I don't know. But everybody I know who's had back surgery, the problems got worse. Like I said, I had a brother in Akron that's had numerous back surgeries, and every time he has it, it gets worse and worse. At the beginning, it was tolerable, but he figures, okay, get rid of all the pain, no pain whatsoever. He had a back surgery, got worse. Had another back surgery, got even worse. He's had like 4 or 5 back surgeries. Yeah, Heather, please, quiet a little. I don't know. I mean, some of the pain I've had, if it would help any, maybe. That's why I mean, if they could do it microscopically, but they're not cutting me open and doing all kinds of shit to my damn spine. Yeah, I'm getting older, yeah. But I could deal with most pain, but like I said this morning, it was excruciating and hurt like holy hell. Used to be sometimes when I had it off and on, I had to have somebody help pull me up out of bed. Probably. They wanted to give me one 30 years ago. They said within 5 years I wouldn't be walking. Well, here it is, over 30 years later, and I'm still getting around. But I need something. I mean, I'm about with some of these heat pads, you pull them and they're supposed to heat up, put on my back. All it did was irritate the skin, make my back hot, and didn't do shit. Heating pad does a lot better job. I don't know if it's the heating pad or just be sitting up. That's what, adjustable bed? Well, you'd have to get up to go to the bathroom or go to the kitchen to get something to eat. I mean, things you gotta do to survive. But no, I don't know. I fell asleep maybe around midnight, and within a couple hours, I started getting pains. Yeah, that's one reason why I come on here, and a lot of times I'm tired and I don't get a good sleep. I start getting pain and I wake up and shit, and ain't good. Yeah, now I get in the recliner and I stretch out a little bit, fold it all the way back, and yeah, my back was stiffened up, but if I fall asleep sitting up and I wake up, my back ain't bad. So, and me, I don't even sleep with a pillow. I mean, I lay flat on my back a lot of times and sleep like that. Every now and then I'll roll onto a side or whatever, but basically I sleep on my back, no pillow under my head. That's from all the camping I did. When you're in the sleeping bag, you can't roll a hell of a lot. Plus, if there's 4 other guys in there, our wall tents only slept like 5. Sometimes we had full 5 in them. Other times maybe 2, 3. Sometimes maybe more. And you didn't have room to roll. And I never carried a pillow with me, and got used to sleeping on my back and head on the ground. My wife bought them my pillows. They're not what they say. Yeah. Yeah, you could advertise anything. It might work on 1 or 2 people out of 100. It might be a great pillow for them, but other than that, no. They make these false statements, That's like some of Red Bull's commercials. They had to change. Red Bull gives you wings. Well, they don't. There is so much false advertisement nowadays. I mean, it's pathetic. But no, yeah, I gotta get my back checked out. That's the main thing. I mean, if it wasn't for this pain, I probably could walk now. But like I said, after couple minutes, it's like the sciatic nerves back, the pain. It ain't my legs so much now, it's that sciatic nerve pain. And it's a pinched nerve somewhere. Yeah, I've seen those My Pillows advertised. Oh, recommended by the AMA. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I got up this morning, cleaned up. Mama, oh my God. The biscuits and gravy she made me and Haley both asked for seconds. It was so damn good. Yeah, you remember those commercials? Yeah. 8 out of 10 doctors recommend Lucky Strike. And now, oh, tobacco's bad. Yeah, Mama, I don't know what she did to it, but it was, I think, the best biscuits gravy she ever made. Right amount of pepper, a little tangy. Oh my God, so good. First time ever we've ate all the biscuits and all the gravy. No, what does it mean? I have no idea. I'm not, I've had to ask people at LMAO man or different thing. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever happened to that? Does 8 out of 10 doctors still recommend Lucky Strikes? I remember Lucy Arnaz and Desi Arnaz. Well, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz used to advertise for them. Loose strap means floppy titty. Oh my God. It's funny. Yeah, but like right now, I'm a little dizzy. It might be that pain pill I took about, a couple hours ago, 3 hours ago. O'Day humor. There you go. See, now this is a good chat. Nobody's bothering us. We're just talking about whatever. Beautiful day again. Beautiful. 81 degrees, sunny, no wind. Air quality went a little bit worse. Moderate air quality. There's really no danger. People with health sensitivity, just keep an eye out for changes in the air quality for the next few hours. Wow. But it's 82 and sunny. Feels like 83. So there's probably a little humidity out there. But it's like it here, it's nice. Yeah, like I said, I got up this morning, cleaned up, had breakfast, had Haley change my bandage. She says it looks almost completely healed. So Yeah, it looks like, well, now it's getting a little clouded over. After it's been sunny all morning, it finally clouding over. Oh, yeah, I remember going down visiting kin folks down in Ashland, Ohio, and happened to go out using an outhouse. Pile of corn cobs next to it. Yep, the good old days. Yep. Or you have the old, what was it, Montgomery Ward catalog in there. You rip out some pages and wipe your ass with that. Two red and one white. Yeah, back in the day, even me growing up, 60s, early 70s, was always outside doing shit. Well, they had toilet papers in the 60s and 70s, but you went out there and you grabbed, as soon as you sat down, you ripped a couple pages out of the damn Montgomery Ward, rubbing them together to soften them. Oh, yeah. But my grandparents wasn't on, well, they had plumbing by then. My one sister, she had an outhouse. My one uncle had an outhouse. Oh yeah, I used to go out and slop the hogs for my grandfather when I stayed down there. Feed the chickens for my grandmother. They all had free range chicken, didn't have a coop, they just ran around the yard. And that's it. I've never seen an outdoor shower other than scout camp. We had like a little booth. We had a thing we poured water in, and then we pulled a cord, and gravity made the water come down. Right, cold water. It's like I went down when I was in Arizona. I was telling it yesterday. Every morning I get up and go down to the creek, and invigorating. Some mornings it was really cool. I mean, but this stream was crystal clear, man. Oh yeah. Well, my mom used to tell the story about she went down to my grandparents, my two brothers and me, the one that was killed when he was 11, and they sat down and Grandma made chicken. And my one brother, Ricky, goes, "What's that?" And my grandmother goes, "It's chicken. You know those things that run around the house?" He would not eat chicken hardly after that. And the milk, he see my granddad milk a cow and brought the milk in, and we had that milk. And My brother Ricky said, no, I'm not drinking that. My milk comes from a bottle. Because we used to have milk delivered in the glass bottles. Yeah. Fresh milk is pretty good. I love heavy cream. Oh, turning butter. I mean, it was a hassle, but that shit is better than any stuff you get from the store. Fresh eggs, yeah. Oh, you lived during the Ice Age. Have an ice man. I remember we had a guy coming down the road, this big wagon drawn by horses. And this is early in the mid 60s, a rag man collecting rags. We had another guy who used to come down to sharpen knives and scissors, had a wagon set up. People coming down on a wagon with horses selling fruits and vegetables. Yeah, you had a real ice box. You couldn't control the temperature in those. Yeah. A what? Yeah. I'll take an Oscar Mayer or two. How many more you got in there? Give me another one. Okay, get my lunch. Well, I gotta get somebody to get my lunch pills. Mm-hmm.
There's two restaurants. You want some?
Hell, you don't even see a milkman anymore. Having milk delivered to your house? We had that. We used to have milk delivered to our house from a milkman and Charlie Chips. If you know the name Charlie Chips, they used to deliver home delivery. We had a bread man coming around. Reverend Fritz, he ran the one church. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the stores, but I mean home delivery. But we had a regular, he's a milkman, he came down in a truck, delivered milk or ice cream. Mm-hmm. Well, like down here, there's no more paper boys. Paper is delivered by mail system. Oh, with the local wives. There you go. I want to be a milkman when I grow up. I get all the poutine. But that, that's the thing. Kids Kids used to be outside delivering papers, making a little bit of money, getting exercise, walking from house to house. It's good. Now the paper's delivered by mail. Yeah. Well, that's like Charlie Chips. There was a deposit on the can. Next week when he came, you didn't have to pay the deposit. You just turned in the old can. Same as the milkman, the milk bottles. I know they used to take them, sanitize them, and reuse them. That's like pop bottles. Same thing. They take up, sanitize, and reuse them. Now you got landfills. I remember we used to always go to Lawson's for milk after the milkman more or less died out. And we used to get our milk in glass jugs, and then we'd take them back to Lawson's, get our deposit, and buy more. Well, that's like soda pop now. It's basically on cans or plastic jugs. Well, the cans are plastic lined, and acid of the sodas eats that. You're ingesting it, which is going to cause health problems. Back when I was growing up, it was all glass bottles. Yeah, they had the cans, but basically you went and bought a bottle of pop. Now your bottles are plastic. Oh, really? That's cool. I don't think I'm going to drive to Mexico to get a glass bottle of pop. I might. I've been known to do strange things. But, yeah, some of the bottles got broke, and shit. But not like today. Look at all these cans that are being... Unless you recycle, they go to a landfill. Plastic milk jugs, water jugs, soda bottles. And half the plastic stuff they make ain't recyclable. You got to throw it away anyway, so it lands in the landfill and takes... umpteen hundred years to disintegrate. But like this, Chris, back through time, Germans has been treated bad, Jews especially. A lot of your foreign people, Germans and all. Look during World War II, Germans who were U.S. citizens were put in concentration camps. Japanese people who were U.S. citizens were put in concentration camps. Yeah, a lot of people has been treated bad all through the world, all through history. And it's not the full hormones. Wow. I'm waving back, Chris. Native Americans was really treated bad. What, they sold Manhattan for some beads and trinkets? Come on. Yeah, Native Americans, they've been put on reservations. Little plots of land that can't farm. You know, it's too rocky to farm or whatever. Yeah. No wonder they got the casinos. We're making the money against these white folks. Yeah, they sure did, Scott. Sure. Sure. They were given the worst land. That's what I'm saying. You can't farm it. You can't have cattle on it. Because the grass wouldn't grow. Yes. Hardly no water. And then what water they did have was septic. Right. They have small gardens here and there, yeah. But as a group, you know, like the Indian tribes used to be, you know, it was a tribal thing. They eat together and not individually. Well, they figured out how to make money too. Casinos. Very smart class of people. White man can't touch the reservation. We'll put up a casino. And if they found any precious metal like gold or silver or, you know, diamonds, rubies, whatever, the land was taken away again. And they were given some other cheap ass piece of land. I mean, a lot of Europeans came to this country, were indentured servants, slaves. They just weren't called slaves. They were, nicer term, indentured servants. Oh yeah, they do try to. Yeah, I like Larry the Cable Guy.
I do too.
What, they have closed the rolls off so none under 18 can be added to the rolls. It's been like that for years. What are you talking about, Austin? I figured out a way to make. Okay. I mean, out in Arizona, we went through, oh, so, some of the reservations and watched tribal dancing and stuff. Oh, yeah, my mom used to can them. I mean, she could put up some of the best green beans, I'd say, in the state of Ohio. She used to make her own tomato juice. Yeah, she used to can everything. Well, that's why I always wanted a small patch of ground so I could can my own shit. I know how to can. It's a lost art. Well, my mom used to do the green beans with bacon. And, oh my God. But she used to make her own, like stewed tomato sauce, spaghetti sauces, can them, tomato juice. She used to can her beets, green beans. A lot of shit we grew. Yep. Yeah, mason jars. Very rarely do people can stuff unless they're on a farm. Butter beans, lima beans, yeah, black eyed peas, yep. Water poo noodle. Okay, G Love, you do that. That's funny. Oh yeah, jams and jellies. My mom used to make this apple butter. Oh my God. Her green beans, I used to stick a fork out of the kitchen drawer, go into the damn basement and eat a jar of green beans, couple jars of green beans, drink some tomato juice, and I put the jars back in. My dad used to always get pissed. Yeah, we used to go pick strawberries in around June, middle to the end of June and early July, get strawberries. And my mom used to, oh my God, strawberry preserves, homemade. Oh my God, to die for. Apple, my mom used to get the apples, cut them and store them, can them. So We had apple pie year round. Yes, blueberries. Oh my God. Like I used to tell about going out to my uncle's farm collecting walnuts, coming home hauling them, and all our hands would be black. Going to school with, you could. It's hard to get the shit off. You get so much off, and the rest used to wear off. Yep. I've worked the fields. I've even done hay for Amish people. My grandfather, when I used to stay down there in the fall, I mean, he'd take me along and we'd bundle up hay and they'd have the horse and wagon come by, pick up the stalks as we tied them up. My grandmother used to make some awesome elderberry wine. I'm not big on elderberries, but yeah, but that shit was good. She used to always give us a little taste during dinner. Like a 4-ounce glass, something like that. Yeah. Yep. My mom used to make the raspberry jam, blueberry. We used to freeze blueberries. We didn't have a very big freezer, but oh, out of grapes, yeah. Yep. Some of that homemade stuff's pretty good. Well, my parents never made syrup, but I used to go down to they used to have a maple festival close to Cleveland, and I used to go down and watch them boil the damn maple sap, and oh my God, that maple candy fresh. Oh, good shit. Like I said, I'd love to have a place big enough for a garden. The only things I would have to buy probably would be milk, bread, stuff like that, because I go grow wheat and grind it, and I've done that kind of shit. Visited places where you do that. But as far as food go, I'd have a couple beefs out, some hogs, and yeah. I mean, and I'd build me a pond. I don't know if you ever watched Roman Atwood. He built a pond, and I think he finally did stock it a year or two ago. And I would stock it, and I could get my fish from there. They'd grow, put out like 3-4 cattles, small herd of cattles, and each year, they're going to reproduce. Yeah, each year I'm going to have me beef, grow some hogs. Yeah, you got bacon, got pork. Chickens, hell. That's basically all that we eat is beef, pork, and chicken. And I do like my parents, free range chicken, let them run around. Like I said, build a pond, have it stocked, maybe in a couple years, then start fishing it. You got your seafood or fish. Put out some nut trees, different kind of berries. And that's about what I'd like to have, 10 to 15 acres. Right? Except for livestock, there you go. Smokehouse ain't that hard to build. I know how to build that. Hello, lady. Lay. Lay across my baby's bed. Stay, lady, stay. I'm doing great. Hello, Walter. Well, when you come down, when you get that place, and after a year after you do your canning, I'll be there to eat a couple meals. Heartburn. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's like, what the hell I ate the other night? I forget what it was. Mama's cheeseburger with onions. So it gave me a little heartburn. I love homemade foods. Canning, that is. As far as jams and jelly, yeah. And that's what I told Mama when we moved down here. You know, look for something with a little bit of land. Put out my nut trees. I could have berry bushes. Garden. You know, we could basically live off that shit. There you go. The only way to go, Allison. Right. But I'd like to have my own because nuts up here are like, you know, $5, $6, $7 a pound. Well, I'd grow like English walnuts, hazelnuts. I love hazelnut. I have hell a lot of strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. I love blackberries. Raspberries I'm not big on, but I love blackberries. Oh, they do up here. Yeah, if you own a farm, yeah. Hazelnuts are my favorite. Blackberry cobbler, there you go. Add a little bit of Bisquick. I don't use Bisquick, I use flour. Put up some Jonathan apples or some apple trees, you know, nectarines. I love nectarines, peaches. Put up some trees, you know. And what I don't eat or don't can or harvest to save, I have a little roadside market. Granny Smith apples, those are the ones I was thinking of. Hello, Steve. I mean, the trees ain't that expensive. What, 20, 30 bucks you get the young ones. Be a couple years before they produce fruit. You know. I mean, I want about 10 acres of wooded area. That way I could go in hunting if I want. You know, I could get rabbits, squirrels, maybe deer. Something to fill up the freezer. Then also grow beef, you know, some cows. You know, you slaughter one, maybe two a year, and you got your meats for all year. Oh, really? Yeah, but those are probably more expensive. I mean, when I was younger, I had a lot of time. Like I said, I wanted to build a little pond, a nice sized one, and stock it. In a couple years, then start fishing it. But I still want to do it before I get too old. That way, my daughters could live there, and put up a couple houses for them, have enough land, and they more or less would be self-sufficient. Have a nice sized garden. Not the big. Not I don't need a great big farm. I mean, that gets expensive running it, but a little, you know, family thing there, where there ain't that much upkeep other than going out and harvesting. Different times of the year. Maybe put a little shed out where they could sell the stuff, and that way that makes income for like the salt and pepper you need, or milk or bread, different shit like that. Maybe sell, like the fruits and vegetables and nuts and man, I mean, I probably would have sway people there because even at a lower price than the stores, you could make a hell of a lot of money and be more or less self-sufficient. But that's always been a dream, and or get a big enough open lot and dig a lake, a nice sized little lake, and turn it into like a hatchery, raise your own fish, and then stock it and charge people to come fish. I've been to some of those places. I used to go to this one little trout farm, and it wasn't a very big lake either. But it was $5 a fish you caught. If you caught it, you kept it. And I'm sure they may, and I used to go there and catch like 10, 15 fish. I mean, I'd catch a hell of a lot of fish, stock my freezer. Go home, clean them, stock my freezer, so I had, trout anytime I wanted it. Sure they do. And that's the way it is down here, too. Yeah, they raise cotton through Texas, I know. Put up some windmills or solar panels, be self-sufficient off the grid, so, sell it back to the fucking government or to the power companies. Have enough to run my household and sell some of it back. Oh, I like boiled peanuts. I like anything pertaining to a nut. Yep, or wind turbines. I mean, we get quite a bit of wind here in Ohio. Have those also with the damn solar panels. Right, they got the big windmills out there. Yeah, I've seen here in Ohio, there's a couple places you drive around, there's like 20, 30 fucking huge windmills there. Yeah, the wind turbines. Going up to Cleveland, we've seen quite a few. I don't know if they were privately owned or the power companies owned them. And that's what I'm saying about, electric prices. You don't need all these fucking coal-burning turbines running in between the media strip. The media strip down the freeway, you got hundreds, thousands of miles. You could put up wind turbines, or if you're afraid of the blade coming off and hitting a car or something, put up solar panels. Wow, that's a big house. Really, with solar panels? I mean, you don't have, sunlight during the night, but have battery system charged up during the day, and it should be self-sufficient. Oh yeah. I mean, I wish I'd have bought some land out by my sister's years ago. I could picked it up for like $300 to $500 an acre, and you're talking the early '80s, and now you can't touch it for less than a few thousand. Oh wow, that's cool. Here we got one. Cleveland, you had Illuminating Company and Munilight. But down here, we got Dayton Power. The only one down here. Oh my God. Oh yeah, a whole air base? Hell yeah. I know. Jay's cool. But I'm gonna kick his ass. Oh, okay. Well, that's what thing I thought. I thought about buying one of those little Dodge Trans vans after my mom died and just living in that. And, you could pull into these rest stop areas and you got your home with you no matter where you went. I was really thinking about it at one time. I remember I said, well, at night you could pull it up and hook up to his house power. Just pay him a little bit. I was allowed to shower there and all. And yeah, that's the way to go. It's going good, Jay. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, Jay could be your chauffeur. Yeah, you could chase Elvis. There you go. But I mean, like I was thinking when I was real young, early 20s, a trans van would be great. Park it anywhere, you get tired. You go on vacation, you don't have to pack. You take your damn whole house with you. I was looking at one, and it wasn't too, back then it wasn't too expensive. Oh, that's cool. Mhm. Yeah, but if you're young and single, that'd be the way to go. I mean, you don't have your rent, or house payment. You don't have all your utility bills. I mean, if you go somewhere, trailer park, hook up to their power, you pay a little bit to get in, but you're not wasting energy 24/7. The one trans van I was looking at had what was it? It had the generator for electric. It had water storage. I forget what it was. 50-gallon water tank in it, storage, and it was nice. It was a big one. If you know what the Dodge Trans van used to look like. Yep, sure is. KOE, that's the little campsites, ain't it? Back in the day when I was thinking about doing it, we didn't really have cable, and you put an antenna outside and you could pick up your local stations. What the hell? That's all you really need. I mean, when I was working, I was hardly ever at home to watch TVs, and basically what I used to do is watch the news, and that was it. And on the Sundays, I was always off, basically, and I used to watch my sports. But basically, I was either at my brother's, I was out fishing, hunting, whatever, year-round. There's things to do. And like I said, I was hardly ever at home, and I figured, why do I need a big house? A lot of shit, garbage and shit. All I basically need is like clothes, a radio and TV, and basically that's it. And look at how much, what do you say, no house bills, really? Gas, electric, water. Yeah, it had a propane cook system in it. But my sister-in-law talked about, you really think you'd be happy in that? Yeah, I love camping. I go to any camp range, hook it up. Yeah, they have all that shit inside them, yes. I mean, out west, you see a lot of those KOAs, campsites. They got small stores for like soaps and some food and different things. Yeah. Pringles barbecue chips. Did you bring enough for the whole class, G Love? Yeah. I mean, those are great campgrounds. They got a little bit of everything there. But like me, when I had it, my brother said I could park in the yard, use his shower, his pool, hook up to his electric. He said something like 30 or 50 bucks a month is all I had to pay. Well, you figure how much money you could save. Hello, Jeffrey. You know, I could have left my car at his house, and when I didn't want to drive the camper around, go pick up my car. Hey, Chris. Silly Chris, tricks are for kids. You know, basically all I would had was pay my brother for the use of his electric and shower. You know, a little bit of water. I mean, the only time I'd been there would have been at night. Oh my God, his toilet system. You know, years ago, you live like that. You pull into a gas station, get a little top off your gas tank, use their bathroom if you had to go. His piss jugs and his poop in a bucket Walmart bags. There you go. Oh, does he? Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here. I've been on what, an hour, 50 minutes about. Less than 2 hours. I got some things to do, so I want to thank you all for coming and hit that like button on the way out. This has been an excellent chat. We haven't talked about anybody. I hope y'all have a nice day. What's left of it. Get out and do something with your family and friends. Make the memories with your family and friends. And I will see you when I see you. Bye for now. Love you too, Allison.